Now, in the lead up to this service, I've caught up with a number of survivors and families and friends of the victims, one of whom was Simon Quayle. He was the coach of Perth's Kingsley Football Club, which sadly lost 7 members, and he spoke to me about his reflections.
We arrived at Bali that day, and that night, and then we went to the Sari club about 9 o'clock. I remember all of us were scattered across the place. Not many of the boys had been to Bali or overseas before, so it was all exciting, as you can imagine, and a few drinks amongst our friends, and I distinctly remember the noise, like the noise of the bomb, and obviously in hindsight you don't realise the bomb of the Paddy's one. It sort of went off and on, the lights, and then all of a sudden, probably 10 or 12 seconds later, our bomb at Sari went off, and it was a massive noise. It sounded like a massive clap. I remember I stood up and it was all dark. I remember reflecting if I'd moved from my spot or I'd been thrown. I couldn't work out anything, and stood up and it was silence, complete silence.
And I'd imagine in that sense of fear and confusion, your first instinct was to find your mates, the teammates from Kingsley.
It was, yep. And what I did is I stood up and trying to work out what was happening. I thought the roof had fallen in. We wore a brand new white T-shirt for a touring shirt. So I looked up ahead, probably 8 metres ahead, and I could see this white in the darkness. So I started walking over there, and that's probably when I realised that something really bad had happened, because you're walking on people that had died and parts of people around you. And I walked over and grabbed, thinking this might be a player, went down really low, looked at his face, and it was. I ripped him up and I said, we're out of here. And the journey began to get out the Sari, and finally climb over a massive wall, and escape.
A lot of survivors, families and friends of the victims still feel this deep sense of anger, this deep sense of loathing towards the bombers. Are you in that same place?
No, I'm really lucky, Michael. From even day one, I know 2 really, really close friends of mine died, and I haven't, and to this day still don't feel angry for the loss, or I don't seek revenge for any of the murderers, the terrorists. All I probably look for is that opportunity, that little bright spark, every single time to get in there and help to cure or help others as well.